driving. LeBron James! What does a king always do to a prince? He puts him in his place.
LeBron, the king of the NBA, has never risen to the status of Michael Jordan. Ever wonder why? Many say that the reason is LeBron's arrogance. While Michael Jordan was famous for his humility and kindness, LeBron has turned arrogance into a brand. In this video, we're going to list the 7 LeBron James humiliating arrogant players. These incidents are a fascinating window into the psyche of the player, so check them out.
With the Cleveland Browns, baby.
Number 1. Villain LeBron. LeBron leaving Cleveland at the beginning of his career is the stuff of legends. Most of the country watched with interest, while LeBron was deciding how long before he would be leaving the Cleveland Cavaliers. Even though he decided to move on to greener pastures, his experience with the team was also not too good. In his time there, he was seen as the villain by the team, and his reputation and arrogance was only comparable to Kevin Durant. Kevin has since improved his brand image, and now he's even signing up with Brooklyn. But as a player fresh on the court, it is an impressive feat to be arrogant to your first teammates.
Wade from behind takes it away. Chalmers, Cole, James!
Number 2. 5. Jason Terry. It's 2011, LeBron playing for the Heat jersey, and they have reached the first final appearance. They did not know that the Heat will have 4 consecutive final appearances in the coming year, and this was just the beginning. They played a spectacular game, won the NBA Finals, all hail to the Kings, but in the last play of the game, LeBron was hit 3 times by Jason Terry back in the 2011 NBA Finals. It was the Heat's first of 4 finals appearances in a row. They had done it in this series, and well for them, but in the final moments of Game 5, Jason Terry hit up 3 right over LeBron, sealing the game, and in the aftermath, Terry bragged about the Heat not living up to the expectations and other teams being better than them. The story's all finished. Everyone moves on. In coming years, Terry was playing for Boston, and the Celtics went up against the Heat, and LeBron came up against Terry one more time. A long battle ensued that peaked with a lob throw that LeBron picked and spectacularly stared down Terry. Later in the post-game analysis, LeBron said that he was happy with the outcome, and he believed that Terry likes to talk too much and that he got what he deserved. The showdown became the most iconic element of Terry's career and became a part of his identity.
Rondo will quarterback. Lob underneath. LeBron!
Number 3. Toronto and LeBron. In 2016, NBA Eastern Conference Finals were going between Toronto and the Cavs. The Raptors had put up a decent performance against LeBron, and LeBron was enjoying his sense of superiority. He was skipping around and taking beers and making gestures and drinking it. He spun the ball 3 times in Baca's face and knocked it down all 3 times. The Raptors players were humiliated by the situation. LeBron went through his famous free throws endlessly in the game, and surprisingly, the Raptors kept their cool in that controversial scenario. In 2018, the Raptors were against LeBron again, and this time they were really good. They had momentum on their side, and the game was in overtime. But James threw up the whole game, and the Raptors lost. The game resulted in DeRozan being traded off the team, and the single play changed the history and the path of the entire franchise. The power LeBron held in that scenario is astonishing indeed.
It's over! It's over! Cleveland is a city of champions once again!
Number 4. Game against Angola. In the 2008 Olympics, LeBron was playing against Angola in Beijing, and the USA team was ahead by 12 points. He did a slam dunk in China, and it's still considered a prestigious pride for the USA. The Olympics is the true place for heroics, but he had conducted himself after the dunk with great arrogance. He was sure that he had won, and most of the commentators believed that his behavior after the fact was arrogant. But it played well in China, where the government is continuously accused of having a selfish demeanor. The block. Of course, the block. We all know of the epic day when LeBron James blocked Andre Iguodala in a game between Cleveland Warriors frontman Andre decided to block LeBron. The block soon became a superhuman feat, as LeBron was mid-air, nearly at the height of the hoop itself. Andre comes in with the block, and the block is already 8 feet into the air. But LeBron had a different thing in mind. He raised himself easily feet above Andre and raised higher than the hoop to make the score. The event is known in the history of the NBA as the block.
2-on-1. Green gonna lob it to LBJ!
Number 5. The Paul block. LeBron James' blocks were just different this time. They're an EMP blast, a flash bomb. At 70 miles an hour, a Mentos truck collides head-on with a Coca-Cola 18-wheeler. He swats some unfortunate soul's would-be layup off Ganymede. Time slows down, and then it zaps back to full speed. Only ask Andre Iguodala if our LeBron James parade float cheering is troubling him. Or, to put it another way, ask Paul Millsap of the Denver Nuggets, who got the entire LeBron block experience last August. After picking his board and rising for an easy lay-in, Millsap felt he had all the time in the world before LeBron appeared in the paint like Harry Potter in Diagon Alley and swatted his shot back to the Stone Age, breaking a video board. It was a true act of prowess and quality game that puts LeBron's player arrogance to a whole new level of impressive.
Driving. LeBron James! What does a king always do to a prince?
Number 6. Taurean Prince and a block. We sometimes forget that LeBron is a virtuoso on the defensive end of the court when his offensive range is so incredible. We're confident that the Golden State Warriors are aware of this, though. James, a 6-time NBA All-Defensive pick, demonstrated his defensive prowess against the Atlanta Hawks on a Thursday night, sending Taurean Prince and his shot into the Stone Age with this block. You must not miss while approaching the king. As Atlanta Hawks forward Taurean Prince drove to the basket against the Cavaliers Thursday, he had every hope of embodying Omar's wise terms. Prince, unfortunately, didn't just miss. He missed spectacularly, as LeBron James emphatically erased his attempt. Against James, Prince didn't stand a chance. If anything, Prince's ability to hold back his tears after James sent his shot to the ground as if it were making a strong volleyball spike is surprising. Perhaps James was simply seeking retaliation for a block he got from another Prince a few years ago. It's the sort of block that would have made a lesser man sob in a corner, so give Prince credit for holding his cool. Aside from that block, James had a fantastic night, passing Alex English for 10th on the all-time list in NBA career field goals scored. James also made sure Prince didn't get the last laugh, scoring 24 points, 12 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 blocks, and leading Cleveland to a 121-114 victory and extending the team's unbeaten streak to 10 games.
Get Hamilton, hopefully another scoring option and a different way to score coming off baseline strength.
Slam over John Lucas. According to John Lucas, who spoke to reporters at the Miami Heat Media Day earlier this week, he wasn't even out of the airport when he arrived in Miami until being identified as that man. The play from early 2012 will be remembered by every Heat fan. In the first quarter, Dwayne Wade dribbling at the top of the key when he saw LeBron cut to the basket from the corner. James jumped over Lucas for an amazing alley-oop dunk before Lucas could respond. John Lucas told reporters at the Miami Heat Media Day once that he wasn't even out of the airport when he landed in Miami before being recognized as that dude. Any Heat fan will recall the play from early 2012. Dwayne Wade dribbling at the top of the key in the first quarter. He sees LeBron James cut to the basket from the corner. Before Lucas can react, James leaps over him for an incredible alley-oop dunk. He said, it's fine. Hey, that was a fantastic performance. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but every time I step into the locker room, they have a huge picture of him jumping up and down when you enter. So as a result, I'm always reminded of what happened here. It was pointed out to me by Juwan Howard. But anyway, it's just part of the fun. The 32-year-old NBA veteran was formerly with the Heat for training camp in 2009, where he played in a few preseason games before being waived. He's played for several NBA teams as well as in China and Italy. So that's a wrap on 7 LeBron James humiliating arrogant players. Which one of these moments is your favorite of all time? Let us know your thoughts and our video in the comments below. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.